Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail, and this is Val from Val's Dragonfly Crystals. And thanks, Val, for joining me today, as always.
Yeah, thank you. I enjoy it. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, and so we meet, Val and I get together about once a month, first on my channel, then her channel. We switch off channels, and today we're on my channel. So let me see who all is coming in here. And we still hadn't landed on a subject. We've been talking about a subject, and not sure if that's what we need to be talking about or got our guys. Anyway, we'll figure it out. So, hey, Hypnicity. Hey, Suzanne. Hey, Bernadette. Thanks for being here today. Let's see. Hey, Faye Cole. Hey, Mangled Unicorn. Hey, Carl. Thanks for being here. And so, I don't know even how to really start on this, Val. Do you want to go into this subject?
Probably not. You know what? Here, let's focus. Why don't we focus on what's going on right now? How we're all feeling in this.
Yes,
Look at by 8/8, the Lionsgate. These energies are ramping up like something fierce. All I can tell you is, for me, and I'm used to all these energies coming in, it's been quite a ride. And I did ask. Actually, I asked the Galactic Federation, Ashtar Command, for something to say, if they could bring something for the group, and they said the focus is the key to mastery, and that from external chaos, you focus on your internal sovereignty. That's what's happening for us, this transformation we're all going through. From external chaos to your inner sovereignty, that's what's happening in this period of time. From fear-based narratives to the frequencies of creation and contribution. Creation and contribution, that's community. That's the whole. And from what is dissolving, the 3D, to what you are here to seed and build. That is the focus of what this energy is coming forward for each and every one of us. And just a pinpoint way of talking about it. But as we're going through all of this, and I was saying to Dr. Gail backstage, I feel uncomfortable. I'm out of my comfort zone, because it's, and Dr. Gail was laughing, because it's transformation.
Yeah. She uses elaborate, wonderful words. This sounds like music to your ears coming. And I'm going, transformation, as usual. I come up with this one word.
Transformation. Boil it down to what it really is. It's transformation. And that's what's happening to all of us, really, as we're going through this transformational timing. And thank goodness we do have the Galactic's help. They are helping us in many, many ways, because we wouldn't really want to feel like we were all alone doing this. And we do have help.
We got a few more people coming in, so let me say hello to them. Let's see. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Son of Watt. Thanks for being here. Hey, Hypnicity. Hey, Bernadette. Thanks, everybody, for coming today. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Carl. Hey, Sue Toffee. White Dragon. Thanks for being here. Hey, Millie. Let's see. Hey, MEJ. Hey, Mr. Floyd's Universe. And Mangled Unicorn. Thanks for being here. And I'm starting some questions, and we will get to them probably the second half of the show. Hey, Rossi. Hey, Suzanne. Thanks, Teresa, putting that. Remember to like and subscribe to both channels. We would appreciate that. Thanks for Teresa for doing that. Let's see who else is there. Rossi. And everybody's talking to each other. Thanks to everybody. Hey, Heavenly Blessed Honey. Hey, Darlene from Ottawa. Thanks for being here. And let's see, I'm starting your question there. White Dragon, I hope that was a question, but I just started. Hey, Isabel. Hey, Mary. Thanks for being here. Hey, Daffy. Thanks for being here. Let's see. What is this? What you're saying here? Bernadette, I've been feeling absolutely crap. Can my Starseed family help me?
Yeah, I and many other people I've been talking to are feeling like crap. I'm sorry for that word, but yeah, it's really, that's how we're feeling physically, energetically, and in every way, shape, or form. It's because you're not, there's no new normal yet. You're just, there's just all this stuff. And I like, Suzanne had a comment up there that said, you know, uh, she just can't even give a shit, pardon my words, but because, and I get that. First of all, because you're experiencing everything you're experiencing. Yeah, it's non-existent. Your S factor is non-existent because it's just enough to have to contend with what's going on with you. To have to even reach out and think about anything else is even more than,
There's a lady that's so funny on YouTube that does these shorts about being perimenopause and menopausal and the things that she doesn't care about anymore. And she's all disheveled with her glasses all over her, the papers everywhere. And it's a real big wave that's watching her because she said it was one day when she came out of the grocery store, she looked at herself in the mirror, she saw how her hair looked and the clothes she was wearing, and just pulled up YouTube and went on a rant about what she didn't care about. She didn't care about what she looked like. She didn't care that her hair was like this. She didn't care. And it just took off.
Yeah, because at this, you know, for instance, I color my hair and some people might go, Val, I really loved it when your hair was blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, underneath, I'm like, I do not, I have a very low level of how many things I care about because
what color is it normally?
Red. I mean, it's red going gray. So I have to use, we use a little red hair color, one month or something like that. But if it's not, it's the gray, it's showing. But anyway, the point is, here I am doing readings for people. I'm doing it and I'm doing all this. And then they make a comment like that. And I'm like, hey, lady, I'm giving you a free reading here. Don't talk about I mean, I don't care. I don't care about my nails. I don't go get them done. Don't care. Sorry. I have a very low level of the things I care about. That's the wrong way to say it. I have very few requirements of things. How can I say it? You can complain and everything endlessly till the cows come home, but I really won't care about a lot of things because I have boiled life down to the very basic things that we're here to do. And everything else is just your personality getting all quirky.
Carl's saying, no expectations, only love. Only Carl will say something sweet after all that.
Yeah.
After all these women in here complaining.
That's very true. When you boil it all down, all of that other stuff is just your personality stuff. And it doesn't matter. It's just part of the 3D trying to grab onto things and talk about it.
Yeah, heavily. So you're not maintenance, Val.
I'm not
I am not either. For me, a few years ago when I was going to Mount Shasta, I sold all my furniture and just what I took in my cars when I went out to Mount Shasta. And now when I'm back in North Carolina now, I'm having the hardest time getting stuff. I don't want stuff anymore. I don't even didn't want a sofa. I ended up buying a sectional, but I just didn't even want it. I'm going, I don't want stuff anymore.
You end up not caring about any of that stuff. And it's not that hard to let go of all that stuff. And every time I move or whatever I'm doing, I purge more and more of it. It's really true. It's hard to care about any of that stuff. You just have your basic needs met and you're okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Say, hey, Val, your support of my intuition was heartfelt and so very valuable. Thanks again.
Aw, thank you, Liz and Noah. I'm glad it helped. I just have to say, you know, all of you who aren't feeling good, and all of you who are wondering what the heck's going on, just hang on, hang on. Things will clear up and get better. As far as all of that is concerned, we're just going through this, as Dr. Gail says, transformation.
There's also how the conversation went with Val. She's going, well, are you feeling the transformation? I've been going through a transformation since 5 years ago to now. There's not hardly any day I am not going through a transformation because mine has been so fast and so much information comes in as every time I see 555, I'm going, oh, what now?
Yeah, exactly, right? 111, 555.
The ones or the 222s and all that kind of stuff is fine. But when I'm seeing 555s,
It's change.
Change is coming.
Because changes are coming. And you know I've talked about this on other shows. Life is constant change. Change is inevitable. We are all changing all the time.
You want to go in a little bit about numerology because they're probably going, what are they talking about?
Yeah, 555. 5 is change. I mean, that's what the vibe of 5 is. So 4 is a foundation. It's the 4 pillars. So you're built from the beginning.
Let's go back before that.
Okay, so one for instance.
Now, how are they going to see it? What are they looking at?
It's like you mean in their life or in their
Okay, so somebody's never heard of numerology, never heard of these ones, and so this is your repetitive numbers that you see that might show up on your phone. You're looking at your computer, and you look these for different places, and you might continually see 111, and then you look again, and there's 111 somewhere else. A few hours later, you're seeing this number again. So that's called synchronicity, and you're seeing those numbers. So those numbers have significance. So Val, you take it from there.
So thank you for the foundation of that, Dr. Gail. It's hard for somebody who's been doing it for so many years. Yes. You don't even think, oh, they don't know what that is. No, it's called numerology. You can Google numerology, numberology, and bring it up, and you can see anything about it. But one is that unity consciousness. So when you see 111, it usually means you're being activated, you're being called by your angels and guides. You're, and 1111, depending on all the ones you can see, it's just more enhanced.
Right. And so I also see 111 as whatever I'm thinking at that time is a confirmation.
Yes, it can be. For me, and I've read that, but for me, it never is because I'm never thinking of anything. I'm going, what are they talking about? I don't know what they're talking about. I'm cooking, I'm putting something in the oven, and I see 111, and I'm like, what? I wasn't thinking about anything. What are they talking about?
You're on the right track. This is just in general.
So on the 2s, the 2s are 2 is just like partnership building, 2 community, 2, and 3 might be community too, but 3 is I don't even remember what 3 is.
2's partnership, 3's community.
3's community. So, and then 4 is your foundation of something. Think of the 4 pillars. 4. 5 is that step into change again, because it's like a cycle. You're cycling through, and so that's why. And 9s are. We'll just skip right to 9. 9s are like that. It's like, we'll just say like you're in. Not ending, but you could think of it that way because you're going into something new.
Complete.
After 9. Yeah, it's completion. So, and then it starts again. Well, it goes, think of it like that. It builds on itself, but those are the basic You can look it up.
Yeah, that's an easy thing to look up. And you also see like the 1-2-1-2
Yes.
and also there's other synchronicity things like
9-1. Yeah, 911. You see that a lot.
Yeah.
Or,
Warrior Widow say, I'm in year 9. Isabel saying 777 and 111 are my numbers.
yes.
I get all of them. But 555, I'm so used to change and transformation that see that.
It's like, why are they even showing that? That's a
But also the synchronicities also, some of the things are like seeing birds or crows.
Yeah.
For me, it's crows.
Yeah.
So seeing birds and they're talking to you, pay attention to that. And with some other things. And today I saw a butterfly and I knew that meant transformation again. That was flying around me, one butterfly. And I went, oh, there it is, 555 butterfly transformation. Here we go.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're just, I don't know if they're playing with us or saying, yeah, there's more change,
It's also,
we're telling ourselves that because they're all aspects of us. So,
well, I also feel like sometimes it's taking the curtain down or film off of you and exposing you to something new.
it could be something like that. Some new part of something you haven't, some new piece of the puzzle that you're just going to be learning about, and to pay attention to what is surfacing for you maybe. So I love that idea, Dr. Gail, because I haven't thought of it that way. Yeah.
So okay. We've gotten all off on this and we haven't even talked about your channel. Tell us about your channel for the people, you people here going, where is this girl? Where'd she come from? What is Val's Dragonfly crystals? What does she do? Who's that redheaded girl?
Yeah. So Val's Dragonfly crystals is, it is actually about spiritual things. It's not about crystals. It's actually not about, I don't do politics, and really come there for.
Warrior Widow said, best channel ever.
Oh, thank you, Warrior Widow. It really is about transformation and about the awakening. And really, if you want to join my membership or any of that, you'll have to go to dragonflycrystals.store, not .com, but .store. And there you can sign up for the classes I give, like channeling, meditation, Akashic records reading, and psychic mediumship class, which I have coming up with Allie of Heart and Soul Connected. All those classes are available, plus readings, Akashic record readings, psychic mediumship, and soul readings. All of it geared to assist you, to empower you, for you to be able to step forward as a sovereign being in your divine source energy. It is about you acknowledging who you really are. And so that's the angle or way in which everything is geared. And you can join my membership. If you do, I have 2 tiers. You get to be live with me on Zoom, and I'll channel answers to your questions. And you get a few other perks, discounts on classes and everything. So, yeah, thank you for that, Dr. Gail. It was my infomercial. Oh, before I forget.
Okay.
Very important, everyone. So 8/8 is the Lion's Gate. Super powerful day. And this is when my Arcturian guides decided I would do the activation of the Trinity of the divine, well, I can't even say it right. The Trinity of divine embodiment. It's really the Eye of Horus activation, the restoration of divine matrix, blueprint matrix, and the Eye of Ra activation. Those 3 activations are done over 3 weeks. And you can sign up for that. And you will receive, I'm the conduit, they are bringing in the Arcturians, and a few Syrians are bringing in this energy that is going to shift us. And maybe that's why I'm going through so much right now. But anyway, you can sign up for that on classes and sessions tab. So at dragonflycrystals.store. Okay.
Her information in the down here below this show, down in the information box.
Thank you.
It's all.
Well, what about you, Dr. Gail? What do you have coming up? And like and subscribe to everywhere.
Well, for me, I'm just trying to create this channel that's safe for everybody to come in and talk about their experiences with the aliens or ETs, and that's basically what this channel is for. And I do also channel the ETs. That information comes in through them whenever I'm answering questions, and also whenever I have my Solaris healing show. I have ETs that come in that help on the healings, and so I work with them, and I've been working with them for 5 years now. So I started off going on rescue missions, and then I went to become an interplanetary liaison, where I was going to different planets and stars and hearing their complaints. And now, and working on spaceships. The thing that I don't understand is why I'm the one that can remember what I'm doing versus everybody, not everybody, a lot of people are doing the same things I'm doing, but they can't remember going up. In fact, Val was talking about coming in, slamming in her bed last night. And, but I can remember what I'm doing, and I can talk about it and understand what other people are going through. I can sit here and I can see what's happening on different spaceships and what people are doing on them. So I have never understood why I have that ability versus other people not able to see that.
Yeah, I don't know either. And I don't. And maybe it's just that we have a lot of different jobs that we do even while we're here. And you seem to be, your job is so galactically connected.
Right.
And I have a lot of stuff I got to do here with people, like in classes and all these other aspects that they probably, or I, in my higher self, probably figured it was too much to try, and it would take my focus off of everything.
Yeah, because I'm connected to elementals too. So that's Earthbound. Yeah. I'm like a conduit between Earth and the stars and the other planets and the ETs, because we have the extraterrestrials living here on Earth also, or mainly inner Earth and among us. But so I am able to, well, they call me the communicator. I mean, that's the name they give me whenever I'm called. There's the communicator. So, okay, I'm the communicator.
That would make sense. That would make sense. I love that. And but I mean, when you are talking and listening to other planets, beings, problems on other planets, what would they tell you?
Well, well, I can tell you about Earth. They sent me to Earth first, and it was like everybody had a complaint. I'm going, is this how it's going to be? Because on Earth, I went in inner Earth, talked to Mother Earth, and then I went to the ocean and talked to the dolphins, and they were talking about, quit throwing trash in the ocean, which we all automatically think plastic. That's where our minds go. But they're telling me there'll be something that takes care of all that in the future, even what's in our body. That's very, very soon in the horizon. But
that's good.
Their complaints were the boats and the industries and what they dump into it. So it's almost like we've all so focused on one thing, and the plastics, that we're not even seeing the other things that are happening.
Chemical dumps into the ocean or the waters, and just the diesel fuel spills, and the even fishing vessels dropping their nets and losing their net down there, and it's not good because animals get trapped. Or
they were talking about the fumes coming off the boats.
The fumes.
Yeah. And the owls, I've talked to the owls, and they were saying, leave me an apartment, which meant whenever we're building a house, don't level all the trees and everything, leave it a little space, make a smaller house them an apartment. And
Oh,
so yeah, that was big too. And so there's a lot of things about that on Earth, on different stars and different planets. Some of them are talking about their population growth um, and getting ready. Somebody might be attacking them, like that need protection. Those kind of things are different from each star. Actually, I've got a whole book that I'm writing about that. That's my second book I'm writing. Is all about that kind of stuff. And so anyway,
that'll be fun. Can't wait to read that.
yeah,
I think, probably there are a lot more people that are doing the kind of work you're doing,
oh
maybe
yeah,
on your level, but you don't know it. You don't know you're doing that necessarily. And I think one of us had to have a conscious recollection so they could talk about it.
yeah. When it started happening to the first year, when I was remembering, I was going, "There's got to be somebody out there. There's got to," and I could not find anybody that was having those kind of experiences that we could just sit and talk about it.
Knew about it, that could
Yeah,
talk about it.
right. We could sit down and talk about it.
Do you think that recollections, now you've had some experience with people who regress, uh, uh, people who've been experiencing this kind of thing,
Mhm.
but do you think that at some point it opens a doorway to remember more if you go through a regression?
Well, yeah, aggression does, but also coming on this channel and hearing my experiences and hearing other people's experiences opens people up. Yeah, one of the hurdles is the fear of it and the ridicule and going, "You're crazy," and those kind
Yeah,
of things. And you got those hurdles to go through. You might have
yeah,
talked about it, but somebody said, "Oh, that didn't happen. You've got to be crazy. That was just a dream. That didn't happen." But you find this group here and we can talk about it. And most of the time it did happen. If it's significant and you're remembering it and you're talking about it, it's something that probably did happen.
what do you think about that, the phenomena, or the idea that experiencers in the past they've not, say that two people were experiencing an event together and they were friends, but then all of a sudden, somehow after the event, they don't talk about it and they just go their separate ways
Well,
and they're
yeah,
never friends again. What is that about?
well,
Is that a special thing that says,
no,
and we won't be friends again?
no, that's the fear, because look what we did to the people who said, "I got abducted" in the 40s, 50s. They were whole families and everything were destroyed on the fact that they said, um, they were being abducted their whole lives. They lost their jobs, they lost family, lost their friends. So we were trained, from that point in time that we shouldn't talk about those things. So hush, you don't talk about it because this is consequences that's going to happen. But now that we're finding each other and being able to be strength in number, it's harder to shut us down.
That's true. That's true. It's called denial. Yeah, for your widow, because the two people I'm thinking of, I can't remember the exact experience, but they got taken aboard a craft. But then, when their experience was over, they didn't know why. They just didn't talk again. They used to be like buddy friends, and then all of a sudden they didn't know why. This one person that was sharing didn't know why it happened. I mean, it wasn't a conscious choice, but it could have been an unconscious choice on the other person's part.
Yeah, and that was the upbringing. The other person's conscious could have been their family had been having contact,
Oh,
and,
could be.
and
Yeah,
they knew not to say anything.
could be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think nowadays it might be totally different. These were stories from back a while ago, and
Yeah,
now don't you think more conscious
yeah. I mean,
communication is happening?
yeah, even like this channel bringing us together in strength. I mean, I know half these people have had their family members saying, "Oh, that didn't happen. That's crazy." That's what was happening to me,
Yeah.
and but I didn't start seeing aliens until 5 years ago, or start working with them. But being regressed back on regression therapy, they've been taking me since I was an infant, and and I remember
Yeah.
the things that happened to me as an infant. So regression therapy does happen. It gets your consciousness out of the way and gets down to your memory. And they also talk to your higher self that knows these things.
Yeah. Yeah. That can talk about the story. Yeah. Yeah. That can talk about the experience from complete remembering. So when but you always consciously knew, didn't you? Did you ever go through a regression?
Yeah, I've been through regression, but this started 5 years ago when I started meeting. Well, actually, what's happened with my life was I knew when people had passed and who were in the room, but I was dismissed all the time as a child, teenager. Everybody kind of laugh at me when I say, "Oh, there's a ghost in here," blah, 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 crazy, And then I went to my professional career, which was, the nursing and then chiropractic, and when people have passed around you, but you're just still not acknowledging it. And then because I could smell, whenever I smell something, I could smell cigarette smoke, knowing somebody's here. My mother would come and smell like watermelon. My dad smelled like hush puppies. And when when my dad passed and I'd been taking care of him with dementia, I wasn't taking care of anybody at that time, and I was on my own. We went in with COVID, and then I decided to start meditating. That's when everything started pouring in at that time, and it became a little. And I had one friend who's metaphysical, was Meg, who confirmed everything that was happening to me. I didn't have those people in my life to say, "No, that didn't happen. No, you're crazy. No, this." And I had somebody finally in my life that said, "Yes, this did. Yes, this did happen. Yes, let me explain to you what did."
Yeah, that was meant to be, for you to have that one friend to support you on that, to understand what
because I didn't even know what a spiritual awakening was. Because one of the biggest profound moments was when an angel came flying around my dad. By this time, I was seeing these spirits. I could see them now. So an angel came flying around my dad, handing me a bracelet, and it freaked me out. I went jumping out of meditation, and I sheepishly went to my friend Meg to tell her about it. And she goes, "It's a spiritual awakening." And I was walking out there going, Googling spiritual awakening, because I had no idea what it was.
Oh my gosh. You were really an innocent.
I was. I didn't know.
Completely. Now, see, I grew up with a mother who was into metaphysics. So, I'm like, it's every word out of my mouth is related to that.
Right.
Who came from.
And it might be why you're so nice and sing-songy when you explain things. And I'm so like, boom, this is it. It might be because I don't have that vocabulary to be sing-songy about it.
I love it. I love it that you're very direct with it. So, and clear. So those who don't have that vocabulary, you don't have to have it. You can plain speak it.
In layman's terms.
Layman's terms.
So anyway, I got my confidence from Meg and them. And at that time, I started seeing other people who passed that were around them, and started having to transition people also. So things started happening to me very quickly at that time.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, scary and cool. Scary in that your whole reality is changing. The way you look at life, all your perspective for everything, the way you connect to everything. It had to morph every idea you had about anything. To
that was one thing. It was I never was scared, and but I kept going. Probably for the first 6 months that all was happening, I kept going to my friend, going, "I know I have a brain tumor. I need an MRI. This is my nursing coming out. This cannot be happening.
It's just an artificial thing from a tumor."
Yes. And then finally, about 6 months later, I went, okay, if I'm going to die, this is the way I want to go. It is a preacher.
That's hilarious. But it was good it's always good. Oh, I smell some perfume. Someone's around me.
Walking through.
A lot of, okay. So yeah, I just want to say it's funny. And it just flitted right out of my mind when I was smelling that perfume coming. I'm being visited right now, folks. Um, oh man. Okay.
Ask her who she is.
Who are you?
I don't know. I don't know. She's wearing all white, and she's like,
She's
I'm gonna
saying
crank
she is,
this up.
yeah, she's Shaya Lama. She is my Lemurian
Oh,
counter person. She's me, and for my Lemurian,
right.
but she's the advanced version of me, and she has been around a lot. So yeah, the priestess energy, the Lemurian energy, that's her. Oh, well, thank you.
She's coming to support you.
Came to support me, but I forgot what I was saying.
I thought she was walking through, but she's standing there with you.
Yeah, she is with me. She's been really connecting with me through this, and even with that activation series that I'm doing, really supporting that, because that's really the Christos Sophia energy, meaning it's the divine feminine, divine mother energy of source. And that's kind of the activation that we're doing on the 8th.
Yeah.
If you all want to sign up.
I have felt like the Lionsgate this year is almost like we're all transforming this, and then all of a sudden it's going to go bam, and then we're going to go, oh, finally it's here. Finally it's transformed. Finally.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that, Dr. Gail. That bam, it's finally here. And now we can go like.
Yeah. Take a deep breath. Settle in.
You know what my guides told me this morning?
What?
They said, we're already here. You just don't realize it. Like in that new Earth 5th dimensional frequency,
Yeah.
everything that can exist here is still there. It's almost like,
yeah, I think that
the old is here and the new is here, but we're still interspersed a little bit. But we're really, we already are.
Yeah, I think that happened like a year and like 3 months ago. It was like May of 2024 that we crossed over like that. That's what I got.
So you still got that old, but then this is us now. And so these are that's the Earth, the energy of us, and the 3D people who have decided or haven't connected with that higher frequency yet. And it's in their own timing. They all will.
All right, you ready to answer a few questions?
Yeah. Yep.
I only have 18 starred.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
We're going to take a few questions here. Hey, Bernadette, let's see. I saw myself on a spaceship overlooking Earth. I was in a pod. What does that mean? I don't know that there's anything the meaning about that, Bernadette. I think you saw exactly what you're doing. When you were in the spaceship, we are a lot of times in pods, and a lot of times the pods are cleaning us. Like they shower us, they clean us, they pull us up from Earth, and we have to go through a bath and put into uniform. So a lot of times that's what those pods are for, but also their pods are for resting. And there's also some areas that you're getting healings. So the pods can be a lot of things. Let's read on that. Let's see what Bernadette's pod was. Let's see. Was hers a healing pod? Yours was for healing, Bernadette, and that's what I got when I was naming off what it could be. It was like ding, ding, ding. It's a healing pod. So, it was, yeah. So you were going up to healing, and it looks like I think the pod you're in was a med bed from the Palladians, and I'm getting a huge miss on that.
I love that.
That's where you were, Bernadette.
Some med beds.
You're very connected to the Palladians, and that they are making sure your health is good because you're on a mission here on Earth, and they're wanting you to be able to function, and they're taking care of you. So what else is this you're saying, Bernadette?
Well, I'm getting crown chakra activation for you while you were there. Go ahead, Dr. Gail.
Yeah, just bringing everything up. Her consciousness in the pod was mine with a different body. There were other beings over looking at me. That's also
what I got, is that's your galactic counterpart, and that your crown chakra and everything. You were getting all kinds of things happening to you in that healing energy.
Yeah, Bernadette, I think you're connected to those Palladians, so you might have been in a Palladian body. I'm not sure about that, but I feel like you're really, really, really connected to them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's next. All right, Teresa, what you got here? Can you tell me what planet I just vacationed on? I believe you were telling us about, Teresa, let me know, is that the water planet that you turned into a dolphin that you were talking about, that you visited? Is that, because when you were telling me, if that's the one that you're telling about, I got Cetus B, because Cetus B is the one that I went in and was fun with the whales. So it's in that, oh yes, it is. It's in that constellation. It's in the Cetus B, and I would have to look it up, but look up Cetus B, Cetus, and you were on, that whole constellation or star system that contains that is water beings and things. So you were on one of the stars that were the dolphins. So look that up. You can Google it and look at what constellation Cetus B was on, because that's the constellation you were at, Teresa. So there you go. I love that constellation. I go there on vacation too. I'm not sure which star I go on, but there's a star that is all water, and it has one little island in the middle of it. And I find myself going there with my cat and dog all the time, and just sitting there, and I'm isolated. And it's that's where I go vacation, Teresa. Okay, let's see who's next. Hypnicity. I'm feeling antsy and uneasy recently. I'm hoping Mount Rainier behaves. So what's going on with Mount Rainier? Is it getting ready to see why are you so worried about it? You expect me? I mean, are you worrying about nothing? And I'm getting a yes.
Yes.
Nothing. Quit. Yeah, just let it go.
I get the same thing.
So let it go, hypnicity. In fact,
I'm feeling your feeling. I think hypnicity is you're just tuning in to all the things that are going on for you in your life, the energies and transformation that we are all going through.
She says it's earthquake energy.
They're just saying be open and receive it. Well, you might be tapping in on the ring of fire, but it's not from Mount Rainier.
Hypnicity, there's a guy I'm bringing on, I think it's next month, that works with the weather and things like that, with the earthquakes and volcanoes. And he's coming on. He's military, but he's going to come on and talk about what he does. And you could ask, that'd be a great question from him, for him to ask him. But he's out there putting a lot of fires out that are trying to happen, or either lowering the effects of what might happen. So
Go
ahead.
I just going to say, and we keep saying 800 earthquakes in the last month. And the thing is, earthquake storms are not a bad thing. They let go of tension and stress on the plates. So better than having one big one. The plates are going to be moving. The plates move.
So,
And,
yeah, save all that stuff for him when he's coming on in a few weeks, and that'll be great to ask him those questions.
Mhm.
Yeah, Millie, he does sound like he's going to be a great guest. He's not used to going on YouTube and doing these kind of shows, so it'll be fun to have him on, and I'll have to kind of lead him. I remember the first time I went, I was so nervous, my hands were shaking. I still get nervous all the time. I get nervous, especially when it's a Solaris Healing Center that I'm preparing for all day long, getting ready for that one. That makes me the most nervous. But I still get nervous going on. How about you, Val?
I haven't been nervous hardly ever because,
Really?
yeah, I mean, and you know me, I'm introverted, blah, 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 blah.
Me too.
But for some reason, I am just so comfortable in this format. I can't work up any. I just trust that I'll channel through what needs to be channeled through. I'll say what needs to be said, and I just let it go. And so I don't get nervous anymore. That was chill.
Yeah, I don't like I used to, but I'd sit there and I'd start calling in my guys and my extraterrestrials, and I'll start calling, you better be helping me. You better have my back.
Dr. Gail, I do the same thing before any kind of work I'm doing. I always go in and ask them to come and assist me, but it's my normal routine to ask, and they've never failed to come through.
They never have failed me either. But I still do.
They're always going to come through. They're always going to come through.
Okay, all right. Here's Mangled Unicorn. I'm Dr. Gail. I got a new PCP and referral to orthopedic. Halfway through PT now for a small tear to my radiolateral meniscus. Baby steps. Well, good. I hope you're feeling better then, Mangled Unicorn. Are you able to move around a little better now? I don't know if she's still here. I'm glad you're getting some help.
You lost all my nervous bones. Yeah.
Bernadette, you lost all your nervous bones. I'm a extreme introvert. Do not put me in front of a crowd. I don't know what I'm going to do the day they ask me to give a speech. Out then. But I know that day is coming. I'm not sure.
Just fine.
There on the screen.
You're going to be just fine, just like normal.
Okay, let's see who's next. What? Okay. Well, it's not scrolling down. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's say White Dragon's next.
Yeah.
Dr. Gail, can you expand on this Ashtar command? What is it? What it is and what it does? Well, I don't know about the Ashtar command because I worked on the Ashtar medical one, a hospital spaceship. Ashtar command to me is older terms that were used. I'm not real sure if that's around anymore. White Dragon, you probably can explain it better than I can. You have more information. Do you, Val, do you have a lot on the Ashtar command? Because I know that was a term that was used kind of like a 80s term, maybe, but I don't hear as much of it anymore about the Ashtar command.
I grew up with knowing that term. So for me, it's back in the 70s, 60s, late 60s. So Ashtar, it's a fleet in the Galactic Federation who oversees different things. And I don't know what they all are because I just get messages and always have for the Galactic Federation. And Commander Ashtar, still around, is a person, a being. And so when they made up the term Ashtar Command, it's his vessel, his fleet. But it is part of the Galactic Federation. I really don't know that much more about it, except that I was always drawn to that and to the Galactic Federation of Light. And that's who I receive information from. It's not always the same beings that come through. It's different beings that have different messages for different things. So I'm sorry I can't fill the gaps in with that, because I literally don't have any memory beyond I know I talk to them and they come through in my meditation and I connect.
Yeah. Well, I remember one of my first speeches I had to do. Now, this is my other life. This is not this life. This is my galactic life. I had to give a speech to the Galactic Federation when I was the interplanetary liaison. That was part of my job, is to take those reports to the Galactic Federation and report what was going on that planet or star. But the first time I was doing, my hands were shaking, and Arcturian was sitting beside me, and I didn't even see him, but he had put his big blue hand on my hand and said, "You're going to be okay." And I'll never forget that feeling of, I mean, I'm going, I can't believe I'm getting a report. Yeah, I was scared to death. But I did fine. Anyway, but I'm nervous in my galactic life too, giving reports.
That'll go away.
Oh yeah, right. You like standing up in front of people.
We who are introverted people we normally are not comfortable in front of a bunch of people. We just aren't comfortable in a room full of a bunch of people or anything. No. We don't connect to people in that way. And so that is why it's hard. But, for some reason I gave it all over. And I said to, you know what I did? I just said to my guides and angels, to my divine source, to my higher self, I gave up being introverted, and I said, I now choose to be able to speak in front of everyone, to be, I don't want to say an extrovert, because I'm not there. I'm a balance between the two. I still have to have downtime to recharge. That's an introverted way. But I'm not introverted in feeling and being able to speak to someone anymore. Yeah. But I did ask for that too.
But what about standing up in front of a crowd giving a speech?
I've not been tested with that, but I would say that I would not have a problem with that. And I think that's because I'm so connected to my guides channeling through that I don't even worry about it. They'll come through. They do. They just come through.
They always come through for me, but I'm always nervous. Open that throat chakra. Yes. Actually, my throat chakra is open. I don't know. It's the nerves. It's the nerves.
And that nervousness I would still have had I not called forth that whatever part of me or aspect of me somewhere that is able to stand in front of crowds that isn't. I gave up that introverted part of me. I let it go, and I brought in that part of me that is able to do all of this, and it's really worked. I don't know. It really worked for me. That whatever aspect, galactically or concurrent lifetime, whatever aspect of you that is.
Yeah, well, I think it's funny that even in my galactic body, I'm that nervous too.
Oh wow! Okay.
There's Sue Toffee saying, "I thought Ashtar Command was an energy. In the cards, they depict this as a galactic male."
It is a galactic male. Ashtar is a being, galactic being.
He's like the captain of the ship, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's why they call it Ashtar Command, because it's the ship. But there is also a fleet that he has under him. It's not that they're his fleet, but in the Galactic Federation, he is a someone who does that. Captains a ship and has Yeah. So
Hey,
yeah.
Nancy.
Well, it's just like Hathor, goddess Hathor. And the
Yeah.
Hathors at Dendera temple, you can go there in Egypt and see them, which I have. The Hathors have been in my life. Now people think goddess Hathor, and they think there's only goddess Hathor. There are the Hathors, beings, spiritual beings, galactic beings, the Hathors. They're a race. So people don't even know that because they think, oh, Hathor, it's only goddess Hathor.
Yeah, they did exist though at one time, right?
They did what?
They existed at one time though, right?
They do exist.
Right.
I mean, you're saying physically on the earth, yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they do exist still.
Okay, but the Ashtar command, I just had, as I said, it just felt like I haven't heard that term.
That term is from a long, long time ago, but it is the term that I resonate with and go by and connect to. And so, yeah, that term is
That's your connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I just thought, like, from my understanding, was that the Ashtar command was like one being, and he used to be like the almighty powerful up in the galactics. But he kind of, I don't know, faded or whatever. I don't know. That's just kind of my understanding, that his reign is not as powerful as it used to be.
I never saw his job as a reign. I mean, I never connected to an energy seeing him like he was this all powerful whatever, just a being that had that job and provided information and channeling to people, basically. So it's funny how we all get different ideas about things and we connect in certain ways. My experience isn't any of that, but
yeah. Well, there's also people have a negative connotation of the Ashtar command, so I'm not real understanding of that either.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I'll tell you a little bit about that after the show.
That. Let me just say, just right now, I'm going to throw this out there, everyone. There are people channeling the Galactic Federation. Mm-hmm. And there's one channel out there that channels a bunch of Galactic Federation messages from different channels. Not all channels are channeling things that are non-fear based. Not all of these channels are channeling things that are filled with light and information that are good for you to know. Some channels are channeling fear-based conspiracy theory kind of stuff that is not of the highest light. So please be aware of this. And so when you hear something like a galactic being and you hear some things that you're going to say that are not so nice, take it with a grain of salt, because it is just somebody channeling through their ego necessarily. Probably always use your discernment. If you don't feel good after the channeling, just leave it there. If you feel fear, like you're feeling like you're afraid, no. That's not what they want you to focus on. They don't want you to focus on conspiracy theories or any of that nonsense. That's 3D stuff. That's more 3D stuff. So,
yeah. You're saying it's just scroll on.
Generally, Terry, generally it's a good channel, but there are certain channels channeling information. You can look in the about, or you can go on their website. Their website has the different people who channel the different beings that they have messages from, and some of them are not channeling. They're channeling conspiracy theory, dark stuff. So just so you know, I just saw one the other day and I go, what?
And it also, it gets a lot more clicks.
It gets clicks.
Yeah.
So just so you know, Yeah, if it doesn't resonate completely, I feel it straight away. Absolutely. Well, you're going to also feel that something starts to feel fear-based. You're going to feel it in your body. And, that's not going to help you. It's not something you can do anything about. It's not where you should put your focus. Your focus should be on the things you want in your reality. That is the way it works energetically. So, well.
All right. Well, we're right here at an hour. So,
Oh,
Val, thanks for being here today. Thanks, everybody. Sorry we didn't get to all your questions. Moderators, thanks for making this a safe place to talk. When's your next show, Val?
oh, my next show, Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, today at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 Eastern time. I think it's on Marina's Heart-Centered Tarot this time. Yeah.
And my next show is Saturday, which will be noon Eastern Standard Time, and it'll be all about aliens.
Oh,
So,
cool.
so, all right, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you later. And thanks again, Val, for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's fun. Bye.